Now, I agree with Guillermo del Toro. Animated movies are movies. Even though it's 3D, CGI animated, or it's hand-drawn, it doesn't matter what kind of animation it is. It is a movie that can be shown across the entire world so that billions of people can see it and be entertained. This movie is an amazing movie, whether or not it's animated or not.
Here's Johnny. My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Expecto Patronum!
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse stars Shamik Moore and Haley Steinfeld and is about Miles Morales' catapults across the multiverse when he encounters a team of spider people charged with protecting its very existence. This highly anticipated sequel to the 2018 movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which everyone just loves, and so do I. I really adore that first movie. It's definitely top 3 Spider-Man movies for me, and that movie kind of just revolutionized a lot of what animation can really do. So going in this movie in the summer season, right off the gate, I was excited to see this movie. I was excited to see Miles back on the big screen. And I'm here to tell you guys, the hype is real. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is one of the greatest sequels, one of the greatest animated movies you will see in a long time, possibly ever in history of movies. I had a total blast with this movie, and I was already excited for the movie, and the buzz was there, and it lives up to the hype. And the biggest thing I have to just start off with is the animation. Is there even, give it every award for animation this movie deserves to win. The animation is just, it's out of this world, because the movie mixes in with different multiverses, different universes, and it combines it together with many, many hundreds of different colors, styles of graphics, and it mixes together while using same animation 3D technology in other universes. It was amazing to look at. I don't see how people can be bored from this movie just by looking at it. I am just in awe of the creativity and the color scheme, the sound mixing, just everything about looking at this movie. When you hear reviewers, including myself, say, bring your kids, it's a very colorful movie, the kids won't be bored, this movie's for everybody. You can't be bored watching, just looking at this movie. The animation is out of this world. Go ahead and give it Best Animated Film. It's a done deal. This thing is a masterpiece in just creativity and animation. Now let's talk about Spider-Man, because Miles Morales is back, and let me just say, this is his movie, and I love that, because there is a lot in this movie, because this is part 1 of 2 of this big story with the universe of Multiverse and all the Spider-Men and women and just Spider-Mans everywhere. But it doesn't matter. Miles Morales is our main character. We follow him. We have a great first hour dealing with his family and dealing with a brand new villain, which then gets more into the multiverse, which then it just gets insanity, and that's when all the creativity of just everything is there. But again, it's always Miles first. I love that. This script was perfectly written for him and every character, because everyone in this movie gets their time to shine. Especially my wife. I love her to death. Haley Steinfeld as Gwen. Spider-Gwen is such a cool character in that first movie, and in this one, you get so much to do with her. She's a key piece. The first 30 minutes of this movie is completely focused on her, and I loved everything they did with her and her character and the bond between her and Miles. There is a story point in this movie where things change and Miles looks at everyone differently. It is such a heartbreaking moment because of what they build between him and Gwen and what this entire universe is doing, and Miles being in this certain place is causing a bunch of things to happen. Again, I don't want to get into any spoilers really about main plot points, so I'm trying to just tinker a little bit, but when you see the movie, what they do with these characters and Miles, there is a moment where things are just hectic. And this last 40 minutes of this movie is insane. The action scenes, oh my gosh, I cannot imagine framing every frame of this movie and then rendering every animation and all the colors and what they're doing. It's amazing what people can do, and this movie pushes every boundary, and I was so entertained. The movie's hilarious. I laughed so much in this movie, and it's so quick and it's fast paced. This 2 hour and 20 minute runtime flies by. And then obviously we get Oscar Isaac as Spider-Man 2099, and I loved everything about him. I loved everything. I love the darker tone of this character and what he is doing, while also bringing in that light humor and that family aspect of Spider-Men. We must protect all of our Spider-Women, Spider-Man, and they're all from different type of universes. And again, their creativity there is just amazing with all this beautiful action, the comedy, the family, the heart. This movie had everything a movie should have, and it does it in the best way. It's just animated in the most beautiful way possible. Once again, no spoilers whatsoever, but this ending. Like I said, this is part 1 of 2 of a movie that was planned already. It's coming out in March of 2024. This movie leaves you hanging. I mean, it leaves you hanging. You talk about Fast X being a cliffhanger, doesn't even compare to what this movie does to you. It's definitely an incomplete story, and to me, that is the only issue I have. It's not even an issue, it's a cliffhanger. But the thing is, the story doesn't feel complete. When I saw Deathly Hallows Part 1, there were storylines sitting there waiting for the next movie. Infinity War, basically storylines ended and we're waiting to see the outcome. This movie, there's a moment and it ends and it says, wait till March, basically. And again, it doesn't feel like a complete story. But honestly, besides that, nothing is wrong with this movie. This movie is amazing. I will use that word. This is an amazing movie. It is entertaining. It's enjoyable. I think everyone, all ages, doesn't matter, can go see this movie because it's Spider-Man. It still has that Spider-Man feel. This is a top 2, possibly the best Spider-Man movie. I gotta think about it, but that first, my favorite is Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2. This one might be second. It might take it. I might have to see it again. This is a movie you gotta go see on the big screen. I loved Miles Morales as our main character. I loved Gwen, Haley Steinfeld, her character. I loved everyone in this movie. And by the end of this movie, I said, I cannot wait for the third one. I'm gonna give Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse an A. And let me just go ahead and say this to anyone out there that is so angry about a grade. When Beyond Spider-Verse comes out, and it's amazing, which I'm hoping it is, this movie will deserve an A+. Again, I just don't feel like giving it a masterpiece grade because it doesn't feel complete. Like, I need this ending. I need this third movie. I'm telling you, this movie leaves you hanging, and I need that third movie. But this movie, this 2 hour and 20-minute movie, is awesome. It's absolutely awesome. I cannot recommend it highly enough. It is one of the best movies of the year. Please go see this movie on the biggest screen. I saw it in IMAX. It was great. The sound design, the music. By the way, the music's great. I like the first movie's album a little bit more, I think, but this music was still very good. And you guys enjoyed this movie review, and please go see the new Spider-Man movie. It's awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.